This weekend, Las Vegas saw two of the craziest knockouts of all time. Wilder versus Fury and Bernie versus everyone.
This morning, feeling the burn. Bernie Sanders dominating in Nevada. Sanders not only taking the silver state, but besting his rivals among Latinos, winning both men and women, college and non-college graduates, and even scoring votes from moderates.
I am a U.S. Senator, and I got a big ego, and I appreciate the Bernie. But it ain't Bernie, it is us.
Damn, Bernie is really committed to socialism, right? Even when the crowd is trying to cheer for him, he wants to share it back with them. I wonder if he's always like this. Like on his birthday, are they like, happy birthday to you? He's like, no, to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. No, to all of us. It's all of our birthday. In fact, you should make a wish. My wish already came true. I got socks. But yes, Bernie Sanders won big in Vegas. And I'm not surprised. If anyone needs free college and free healthcare, it's a city full of people who lost all their money playing slots. And Bernie won big with all the big Nevada demographics. That's what made this so impressive. Young people, old people, white, Latino, blue, bent, feathered, everybody. Which bolstered his electability arguments. But there's still one sizable demographic that Bernie hasn't won over. And it's the other Democrats in the race.
With the rise of Sanders, his opponents are beginning to take him on.
Senator Sanders believes in an inflexible, ideological revolution that leaves out most Democrats, not to mention most Americans.
Some believe that the way to beat Donald Trump is to be just as polarizing.
Biden with Casey Hunt dismissing Sanders' efforts to tie himself to former President Obama.
The way he talks about it, you think he and Barack were close buddies.
And you think they were not?
I know they were not.
Ooh, I know they were not. It's a little weird that the Democratic primary has become a fight about who is actually friends with Obama. Because have you noticed, everyone is dropping his name. He's in all of their ads, you know, but he's been silent this entire campaign. It's almost like Obama is the imaginary friend all the Democrats have. You know, it's just like, I saw Obama today, and he told me I'm the bestest candidate, and that I should be president, but nobody else saw him because he hides when the grown-ups come. But here's the thing, I don't know if Biden should be attacking Bernie for exaggerating his friendship with Obama, especially since Biden has to answer for some exaggerations of his own.
Joe Biden has recently been telling voters that he was once arrested trying to see Nelson Mandela in South Africa in the 1970s when he was already a sitting U.S. Senator.
This day, 30 years ago, Nelson Mandela walked out of prison and entered into discussions about apartheid. I had the great honor of meeting him. I had the great honor of being arrested with our UN ambassador on the streets of Soweto trying to get to see him on Robben Island.
I came back from South Africa trying to see Nelson Mandela and getting arrested for trying to see him on Robben Island. He was in prison.
But tonight, the New York Times reviewed all available records and can't find any evidence of that arrest actually happening.
Man, this is not a good look for Biden. Because remember, first, he falsely claimed he marched in the civil rights movement. Now he's making up a story about getting arrested in apartheid South Africa. It's weird. The guy's trying so hard to impress black voters that next he's gonna be like, I was there when T'Challa did the trial by combat. I looked Killmonger in the face and I told him, cut the malarkey, corn pop. Now, although Biden keeps telling this apartheid story, nobody else on the trip remembers getting arrested. And there's no proof of it ever happening. And I'll be honest, as a South African, I'm personally offended by this. Because Nelson Mandela hated it when people used his name to make themselves seem more important. Like, that's what he told me when we were in prison together. So, after the Nevada caucus, the Democratic nomination picture is becoming clearer. Warren and Klobuchar need a miracle to get back in the race. Biden and Buttigieg are fighting desperately to be the moderate alternative, and as it stands, Bernie seems to be on a clear path to winning the most delegates. And I can tell you now, when he wins them, Bernie ain't sharing shit. It's not us, it's me.